Thank you so much for the presentation. So, voy a hablarles en español a todos los presentes. Mi nombre es Bárbara NEIRA.
I'll give my presentation in Spanish. My name is Bárbara NEIRA. I am part of this initiative, and thank you very much for having me here. Good morning to the people in Chile, and good evening to people in Japan. I will discuss some of the initiatives that we have in Chile right now, and to take a look at the needs and challenges that we are experiencing. Well, first of all, we'll talk about H2 Chile, who we are, what we do, and our main initiatives for the projects that we're developing. So we can then go to the core of this presentation, which are the main challenges and technical and financial support needs. So we can take a look finally at the hydrogen initiatives that are taking place in our country. So the Chilean Hydrogen Association is a gilded organization, and the main goal was to accelerate the transition and positioning hydrogen as an important element in development. And when they were discussing the long term, they had two main goals. One of this was to create an economy based on hydrogen and to position Chile as a producer and exporter with a main role worldwide. We have 111 corporate members divided in academic members and companies that follow the entire supply chain and until the main takers. We work in 5 main areas. One of this is the demand stimulation, and we try to drive and incentivize some of the pilot projects, mainly in some of the applications where it's impossible to identify them. One of these initiatives, something we have identified, are different business opportunities with international and national companies. We need to develop the needs of our producers in Chile, and we need to understand the funding, who are receiving the financing. Something we reviewed in 2021 was to perform a round of webinars, and we need to understand the financing mechanisms. And we have seen that Mr. Site is representing one of these companies. Other of the objectives are the public policy and regulation. We try to become a part of the different developing actors. So we participated in the National Hydrogen Initiative in the short and long run. When we talk about human capital, we're talking about a huge project. It's called Mission Cavendish. It's a platform that's trying to raise public awareness and to promote the hydrogen value chain. So every person who's interested in hydrogen can do so, and also the national and international alliances. Chile has over 17 countries with different agreements and alliances, and one of those is the Global Hydrogen Industrial Association Alliance, which is one of the main associations that promotes hydrogen. And there's another one that we signed in COP26, and we gathered different hydrogen associations in our continent. Another of the initiatives is that we work alongside the Green Highland Consortium. They are trying to make a change in Spain, and as in Chile, we're trying to perform an economic and analytical project that is very similar. Another of our initiatives is to make the citizens acquainted with our project. So we developed some dissemination programs so they can understand what it is all about. So moving on to the main challenges and needs that are being implemented, first we need to activate local demand. This is very important, particularly in the first stage of the project, because with that experience, then we can escalate our project. and then we can discuss different export and production levels. Also, the early financing. We need to understand this so we can focus on projects. And other of the alternatives is that we are creating concessional loans. Other of our needs are to improve our regulations. For example, we said that the national strategy would include regional realities, but geographically there are different contexts that are social, economic, and political contexts. So we need to tailor the project and to provide this point of view. Something we've been working in, and we want to work on this year is the social license to operate. We want to educate and inform the community so they can also become a party in this project, and we want to make them part of the process. So whenever we need to work alongside the communities, they need to understand everything that's going on. Chile has the capacity to generate premium hydrogen. So for us, it's really important to accelerate the certification process. So so every buyer needs to understand that the hydrogen they're buying comes from renewable energies. One of the main needs is to start working in strategic infrastructure. We need to understand that there are no, ensure the open access and encouraging partnerships. And last but not least, human capital. We believe that we need to develop our human capital, but being responsible, taking into account how many people we need, where we need them, so we can generate these projects. Once we have understood the different challenges and initiatives, I would like to mention some of the initiatives that are being developed right now in Chile. Some of these, and in these previous months, we have selected a few. And here we have some of the projects. And we have over 60 projects, like the ones that you are seeing on the screen with these companies. And they take place in the south of Chile, but a lot of them are being developed in the central section of the country. Some of the initiatives in order to boost the projects are the 50 minute of the Gulf. 6 of the winners will be participating in our association, and we believe that this is really important so we can promote the industry. Also, the European Union, through some of their funds, have delivered over $340,000 for pre-investment studies. And also the Energy Sustainability Agency delivered $360,000 for pilot projects. Low Carbon Business Action is promoting the different technologies in their platform for green technologies. And of course, the work that's being carried out in Germany is very important for the development of the industry in our country. Just to finish, I would like to highlight some initiatives that will be taking place that started last year and are great for developing the projects. And one of those is the Alliance for Green Hydrogen. This is in the center of the country, and it's led by Universidad de Concepción, which is a university in the center region of the country. They are very close to cellulose plants, but they are also in touch with a lot of chemical industries. So it makes a lot of sense to develop hydrogen there so we can meet the demands for hydrogen. On the other hand, we have Green Hydrogen Austral in the region of Patagonia. And this is created for the fostering region, and in 2021 this created the first stage, and there is a roadmap for all the regions so we can make sure where we are focusing This initiative, it will continue this year, and now we're moving into the implementation stage. We're working with different institutions and both the Chilean, Antarctica, and Magallanes region. We are involving a lot of public companies that are participating in that are based in that center. That was just a summary of some of the initiatives that we have in Chile. You have my information on the screen. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions. Thank you very much for having me.